Hey, what's up everybody? We're sitting here, Fitness 253 headquarters, going back and forth with GoPro on our emails because we're resolving that issue. When one guy hit me up on YouTube, his name's Dylan. He hit me up with a couple questions, asked if he could send me a picture of what he looks like right now and what he could do to gain weight. Now his exact question goes like this. I've been lifting for over a year, lost some fat, gained some muscle, but maintained my overall weight. For the last couple of months, I've bulked from 129 to 141. Should I carry on bulking or do I need to do a slight cut? Also, would you recommend an upper lower split? What rep range would you recommend? Your shape is my goal. Keep doing what you're doing. By the way, I'm 5'8", 18 years old. Thanks, man. So, this guy's 5'8", he's 18 years old, and he's about 129, well now he's 141 pounds. It sounds a lot like me when I first started. He's almost my exact height, and he's actually 20 pounds heavier than me when I first started, and he's been lifting for a year, hasn't got results. It sounded verbatim as to my very first start with the upper lower split. Dylan, awesome question. Glad to make a video on it because I'm sure other people have questions. Now, should you do upper lower split? Absolutely. There's a few videos on the channel explaining why. If you want to know like full detail into that, you can definitely check out those videos below. If I remember, I'll link them in the description. But basically, to sum up upper lower split, you pick a day you start with, you do everything above the waist, next day is everything below the waist, and your rest days depend on your goal. So the best part I like about this, keeping it short and sweet, is you work all the muscles at the exact same time. Those muscles get fed the nutrition going through your body based on your diet all at the exact same time. They rest all at the exact same time, and you get to see the total body look, or the total upper or lower half look of you, which means you could diagnose and quickly avoid weak points or weaknesses. So on one day, if you're doing really triceps over and over and over, of course your chest is going to look flat. Of course your back is going to look not nearly as pumped. So maybe you start doing more chest and more back, when realistically they're probably pretty well in proportion, but you skewedly look at them because one's more pumped than the other. That doesn't happen on upper lower split. If you do a full upper day and you really notice at the end of 2.5 hours, depending on your stuff, that your chest is still weak, then you can see and diagnose that and be like, need to throw in more chest. Easy enough. Upper lower split, as simple as fitness ever gets. It's doing one half, doing the other half, making gains. It's that simple. Now the split in the rep range, I suggest, is really dependent on your goals. He says he wants to continue getting to my shape, which is really flattering. Dylan, I appreciate that, man. I'm like 190, 195 right now. As you know, I lost some weight during the holidays, but it's coming back up. So to get from 140 to 190, that's 50 pounds. Brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna take some time, but it's easy to do if you know your stuff, or if you know people, AKA the Fitness 253 community, who know their stuff. So right now, I'm gonna tell you your rep range should be no more than 8, but more than 3. So 3 to 8 could be your rep range. And your set range is all about how much you want to punish and how much you want to really fatigue that muscle to make better gains. If you do 3 sets of 7, that's a pretty good beginner, that's a good entry level stuff. If you did 4 sets of 7, that's better. If you did 5 sets of 4, that's better. If you did 5 sets of 5, which is what we do, we lift 80% max yield. And as simple as you can make that, that means if you bench 315, you want to be able to do 5 sets of 5 at like 265, 275. That way you're lifting heavy weights and you're still doing decently high volume. 5 sets of 5 is 25. So that's pretty good for amount of reps using big weight. Big weight, big nutrition equals being big. It's that simple. Now to get from 140 to 190, it's probably gonna take you a year and a half. Realistically, depending on like what your schedule looks like, how much you can put into like nutrition, supplements, you don't even really have to worry about that all that much right now. But the basis I can tell you is you do 5 sets of 5, 5 days a week, lift heavy, and you need to have a really heavy duty nutrition. So if you're 18 years old and you're 140 pounds, you should be eating, to catch up to me, if you did 4,000 calories a day, which isn't that much. I don't know how much you could eat in school. Well, not in school anymore, you're 18. So that's pretty easy. So now it's all about getting nutrition. because nutrition on point plus this intense workout is going to get you those goals. So if you ate right now minimally 3,000 calories, 4,000 calories, and you lifted 5 days a week with this split, you would gain weight. You would gain it quickly based on your picture, which I'm not going to show to everyone, Dylan, don't worry, but I'll put mine up right here. So this is me at 120 pounds day one. Put 20 more pounds on that. That's what Dylan looks like. So to get from this picture to this picture, you got to put in a lot of work, a lot of calories, and give it time. That's all it comes down to, gents. Now, one of his other questions was, should he bulk or does he need to cut slightly? That's all about you. I mean, it's all about user preference at what you like walking around at. The only reason why people cut and bulk is because half the year they want to be able to eat whatever they want, get strong, get heavy, and then that other half of the year during summertime, they want to be able to have a decent six-pack. They want to be able to walk around and give people the perception that they're fit. And if you can handle being 14% body fat, which I am, year round, you can lean bulk. You don't need to cut. You don't need to go crazy overboard on dirty bulk. You just skirt the middle ground of eating really clean 4,000 calories a day, and you gain muscle, but you don't gain that much body fat. You gain the most minimal body fat possible while still gaining muscle. At least that's the method. As long as you have the nutrition and the routine on point, that will be the outcome. Is you'll put on a little bit of fat, not very much, or you won't even gain any fat. You'll just stay exactly the conditioning you are, which is 13 to 15% body fat, which is what I'm at, and you'll just continue to gain weight. That way, you can still walk around. People still come up to me and they're like, "Oh, hey, you look like a really fit dude." Now, I'm not shirtless, so I don't have like a solid 8-pack. But if that's something you're worried about, you can do a mini cut. You could do a small cut. The only difference is you're gonna have to throw all of your routine into whack. You're gonna, instead of doing 5x5, you're gonna be doing probably like 4x12 or like 5x10s to get that really good body fat ratio down. And you're also gonna be eating sufficiently less. If you go too low and you're deficient on calories, it's so much harder to get back to where you were of a really calorie surplus diet when you've just lost 20 pounds. So you've essentially got all this work. It's like taking the old adage of taking 3 steps up and 2 steps down. 3 steps up, 2 steps down. So no matter what, you're still making gains, but you're still losing it. So what I always suggest to people is upper lower split, lean bulk, eat heavy, lift big, and you'll be big. So to sum it up for you, Dylan, what I would suggest is going 5x5, 5 days a week, lift heavy, eat heavy, and you'll gain those weight. You'll take time, but you'll get there, man. I'm actually super looking forward to this. I want to see what you can do. You're pretty much carbon copy of where I was a few years ago, and you can probably get there a lot better than I could. I took a year off for an injury with my shoulder. There's some like other stuff that got in the way, so you'll probably actually get to where I'm at right now quicker than me, which is awesome. Make sure you add me on Instagram and Twitter if you already haven't yet, Dylan. I want to see what you got. So make sure when you're in those gym grinding, when you're making that meal prep and you're taking pictures for Instagram, make sure to tag me in it. I want to see what you're doing, man. The whole thing behind this channel is seeing you guys succeed, making goals, and get out there and making it happen. And that's what this whole thing is about. It makes me really excited. When he sent me this comment, I was all about making this video. So Dylan, hopefully you like this video, bro. Smash the like button. Continue doing what you're doing. All you guys out there, smash a gym session today. I'm waiting for a little bit longer to get in there and do some upper body today myself. Hopefully you guys' day doing well. Take it easy, everyone.